Hi guys, I'm Adriana and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve this full out, affordable, and glammed out look. So make sure you stay tuned and keep on watching. So starting with a clean bare face, I already cleansed, toned, moisturized, and put SPF on it. While I let all that absorb, I like to start off with my eyebrows. And then after doing that is when I get into priming and putting, doing the rest of my makeup. So starting with eyebrows. By the way, if you also see me looking this way, it's because I have my mirror right here. So I'm gonna be like back and forth. Anyways, starting off with eyebrows, I use this Ulta Beauty brand eyebrow pencil. It looks like this. I'm not sure what color it's in, but it looks just like this. One side obviously has the color to it, and this side has the spoolie. So, yep, let's get into it. I like to sometimes just rub off my eyebrows like this, because sometimes when you like moisturize and whatnot, you get like product on it. And you want to start off with like, clean, dry eyebrows and like just lather on there very smoothly. So let's get into it. I feel like one really big thing to remember when it comes to doing your eyebrows is that they're not twins, they're sisters. So it's okay if they don't look exactly alike. They're not supposed to, as long as they look, alike, similar. And here we are. I know they look a little crazy, but I promise they're not gonna look like this. Like I said, they're supposed to look bold at first, because then we're gonna use the spoolie to like blend it out. Just trust the process, trust the process. But yeah, using the spoolie to blend it out. And here we go. Again, looks crazy, but trust the process. Next, I like to go in with this e.l.f. clear brow and lash mascara kind of looking thing. One side is obviously the lash and one side is the brow. So I use the brow just to kind of set the brows to make sure they don't move throughout the day, which would be this side. Just pull that out, and literally like a spoolie, it comes like a spoolie. So just brush through them. And this, I promise, will not have your eyebrows move all day or like smudge off, which is like why I love this product so much. So once we have that on, I go in with my e.l.f. Cameo Concealer. This is in the color Light Sand, and I use this and this little, I think this is e.l.f. an e.l.f. brush, just as long as it has this little tip, to carve out my eyebrows and clean it up. So I usually use whatever's like on this. I don't have to go into the product. You obviously do not need a lot, because it's just gonna go like on the outlining your eyebrows. So a little bit. Anyways, yeah, so it should look like this. And you're just gonna go in with blending it in with the tip of your little brush. So just make sure you are not like concealing your actual eyebrow, because then it's gonna come off, and we don't want that. So curl out the eyebrows. Sometimes I even use my fingers to clean up certain areas where it's not blended in as well. But for the most part, the brush will do the job just right. Yep. And here is one eyebrow done. And like I said, sometimes when you go in concealer, it's like the same thing. You may like accidentally like smudge certain areas that you didn't want to. So sometimes I go back in with it just to like fill in those little areas that kind of smudged off, which didn't really look like too much smudged off. Sometimes it's just the tip that I have to just make a little longer, because that will be the one that I accidentally smudge off a little too much. For the most part, that's eyebrow number one. Do the same exact thing to the other eyebrow, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right, so now that my eyebrows are done, as you can tell, I know again they look crazy because I don't have the rest of my makeup done right now, so it's just like my eyebrows are making a statement right now. Anyways, on to the next thing. So now I go into priming. So I use two different primers. the NYX Marshmallow Primer, which looks like this, and I also use the e.l.f. Power Grip. These two combined are actually really good, because this one is for like pore filling and making your like your face look a little bit more moisturized and plump, and like, you know, like it just took a big glass of water. So, and this one is to make my makeup last all day. So I start off with this one. You don't need a lot because a little bit goes a long way. So I do, oh, I may need to get some more. I do about like 2 pumps, rub between my fingers like this, and then just kind of dot all over my face like that. And then you're just gonna start by applying it, obviously, and blending it out into your skin like so, core. Just apply. It is so cold today. We're like entering October, and summertime and hot time is officially over, so I'm actually kind of excited about it. I love hoodies and sweats. I live in hoodies and sweats. Anyways, once I get done putting this one on, I go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip. And same thing with this one. I apply this one on my finger. I only do like about 2 pumps because a little bit goes a long way. Run between your fingers and then spread out evenly throughout your whole face. Sorry if I sound a little like groggy. I'm not sick or anything. I think it's because it's cold, but I'm not sick. But yeah, so just apply it evenly. And I kind of like to let that sit for a little bit just so that it can get like that tacky feeling, because that's what we want, because then that's when you start applying your makeup, because that's going to make your makeup stick. And we really want our makeup to stick. So I just like to fan. Sometimes I usually have a little fan with me that I use, but I don't have it with me currently. I'm currently at my boyfriend's house. So yeah, I don't have it with me, or I'll sometimes just have a big fan and the fan hit me. But for now, I'm using my hands to just dry it up. So, feels really nice actually. And then you'll just be like, keep feeling for it to see if it's tacky yet. It's still not tacky enough, so fan. Okay, we're getting somewhere. It's tacky. This is like the consistency we want, like sticky. Anyways, now we can get into our foundation. So for foundation, I use the Milani 2-in-1 concealer and foundation. This is in the color Warm Beige. I'm almost out of this one, but I do have another bottle. So yeah, because I'm almost out of it, I have to actually like take the top off and kind of get the product out through here. And the way I like to do this is kind of the same thing that I did with like my primer. Press it on your finger and kind of dot it everywhere. More so for my cheeks, because obviously it's a lot more skin. Kind of do that, but for the most part, just dotting it around your face like so. And I'm gonna grab my beauty blender that is damp, by the way. It is damp. I'm gonna use that to blend it out. So just pat against the skin. I feel like the #1 thing that I always say when it comes to like blending out your foundation is to just keep patting. Pat away for your life. Even if you feel like you're done, you're not done. Keep patting. So yeah, blending is like key for it to look really nicely blended in. And always make sure you're also bringing it down to your neck, because of course our necks are part of our faces and we want it to match. We don't want to be like one color on our face and another color on our neck. But yeah, pat. Oh, listen to that sound. That sound of the patting is like so satisfying for me sometimes. for some reason. Therapeutic. But yeah, pat, pat, pat. See how I think I'm done, but I'm not done, so I'm gonna keep hiding. Keep blending, just making sure that the product evenly spread out onto your face and blend it in. Sorry, not spread out, blend it in. Like so forth. So this is what we look like. Kind of like a ghost right now. And I go in with my back again with my e.l.f. Camo concealer, same color, light sand. And this is, I use this obviously to brighten up certain areas of my face. So for example, of course, my eyes, I do like the inner corners, like so. And I also do like a lift like that. I mainly do that because I've noticed, I actually learned this on TikTok, cool little hack that I learned on TikTok. It helps you give like that lifted look, if you know what I mean, rather than it just being like bland. It's like a nice lifted look. So we do there. I do my chin. I do like a little triangle, and then on my cheeks, like I do like a little fishy face. It's mainly for like the bottom for when I bronze, like it just separates. Not separates, but you know what I mean. And forehead, I do like this little kind of thing, and then I bring it down the middle of my nose. And this is a new one I've also been doing as of recently. From my inner corners, I bring it into like the sides of my nose. This just helps for when you like want to snatch your nose mid down the line. Like so. So this is what I look like. And again, you're gonna go in with your beauty blender and just start blending that out. Now this is what we're looking like, a little bit of a ghost. Like I said, trust the process. I'm gonna keep saying this. All right. Now that we have finished with our concealer, we have our eyebrows, we have our foundation and concealer, I go in with my loose powder. This is just what I use to set as well. I use the CoverGirl Clean Invisible. Looks like this. The color is 115. That's all it says. It's the number 115. So I like to just loosely take the cap off, but not all the way off, just loosely start tapping the product so that it'll come out into the cap like so. I like to do a good amount, so I don't know if you can see that, but now it's in my cap. Same thing, I'm gonna grab my beauty blender. For the beauty blender, you want to make sure it's not too damp because then it's going to separate your makeup, so you kind of want to make sure like it's dry but still also a little damp so it can give you like that glowy finish. But I use the flat part of my beauty blender, dip it into my cap, and I start by putting it under my eye just to set that so the creases don't happen. And I kind of just put it all over the flat part of the beauty blender and just start applying powder all over my face. Anyways, once you look like this, like a powdered monster, you're gonna use the same beauty blender, flat part of your beauty blender, and you're just gonna start patting. Same thing like you do with your foundation, but with the flat part of your beauty blender. So I start off with the eyes, under eyes, of course, like I said, just so it won't crease. So I like to just get that out the way first. Pat, pat, pat. Honestly, do the top of your eye too. Just pat away, and start working your way down your face. As I always say, do not forget your neck. Pat, pat, pat. You see how it's giving like really hydrated glowing queen face. That's what we want. This is what we want as a base. So and now we are blended out, so this is what we currently look like. Eyebrows are done. We have foundation and concealer on, and now our face is set. Next thing I like to go in with is my eyes. Start with my eyes. So right now I'm using this Essence mascara. It's actually one of my favorites. I just came across this and it's one of my favorites. So I use the Essence, and I start with my bottom eyelashes. So the reason I do this, I'm not being like, actually, it's a lie. I have a little mirror right here. So the reason I do my bottom lashes is because I have really like small eyes. So I like to make them look like wide, like nice and wide, if that makes sense. So I like to apply a lot of mascara on my bottom eyelashes to make them look longer and, you know, just kind of open up my eye. It'll make sense when I start to apply like the eyelashes and whatnot, because I also, or all the eye makeup, oops, I got some kind of messed up. It's okay. That's why I have a Q-tip. Give me 1 second. I grabbed my Q-tip. I fucked up like right there. So I gotta clean that off. Okay, well, we're back. Took a little bit of some time to get the mascara off because I had to like reapply some of like the concealer and powder underneath my eye because it like smeared all over. But I got it fixed, so I have my bottom lashes done. And now I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. So I have 3 different eyeliners. I like fluctuate just depending on the day and how I'm feeling. So there's 3 different eyeliners that I use. Liquid eyeliners because they do the winged. So first off is the NYX one. It's actually pretty good. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. It's the wrong one. This is the one in color blue. That's what I call Halloween. One Halloween. Anyways, this is the one. It's the NYX. I like them to have tips like, I don't know if you can see. Oh. Hold on. Readjust. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but I like the tip like this. So this is the NYX. I also use Glossier, one of my favorite brands too. Tip looks like this as well. And the third one is the Kat Von D. You can't really see the lettering, it like faded away, but same thing. Tip is just the same. So yeah, as long as the tips are like that. Today though, I'm kind of feeling NYXy. So I'm gonna use the NYX one. Let's take that off. Sometimes I like to do this. I have a little mirror here. And I like to start off kind of like in the middle of my eye to work my way up. So I kind of like go halfway. I don't know if you can see that. And then I start at the end of my eye to start with my wing. Is like the most time consuming one because I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to it. But yeah, so as you can see I did like just straight line going out that way, and then I go back in from the middle of where I started to connect those lines. So now they are kind of connected, but I gotta fill in and clean it up a little bit. We don't want that. I mean, honestly, shout out to you if you've made it this far so far. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this off camera and then I'll come back to you guys and we'll move on. All right, we're back. So I finished up my eyeliner. I did it off camera, obviously, just so that it wouldn't be like a super long video because it kind of took a while. But yeah, so there's my eyeliner. Again, I know it looks a little crazy right now and I just made my eyes look a little smaller. But now we're gonna go on to applying mascara onto our top eyelashes and applying eyelashes. So for my top mascara, I don't really like to apply mascara just because it gets like stuck into my eyelashes and I don't really like that. So I'm gonna use a clear mascara from the e.l.f. one that I use for my brow one, but the lash side one, and we're just gonna apply that to our top eyelashes. Honestly, kind of makes them look very long. This is like good for somebody who doesn't like to wear like makeup, like mascara, but likes to just like make their eyelashes look longer and whatnot. Like this is perfect. Can't even tell the difference, right? But yes, I apply this to my top eyelashes. Honestly, sometimes it does depend. Like sometimes I will add mascara, but for the most part, I just use the clear mascara. I only apply the mascara for my bottom lashes realistically. So, you know, just applying this like so. Now that we've done that, we're gonna go in with our eyelashes. I use the duo glue and the color in the green bottle one for my eyelash glue. And for eyelashes, I actually use these fucking bomb eyelashes that I get from like an Instagram shop that's called, I think if I'm not mistaken, they go by bomb extensions, something like that. I think it's like bomb extensions on Instagram. And I use the kind of eyelashes I get are in, I think they're in Spice. I think it's called Spice. I don't have the exact box for it, but I think it's Spice. But they're super they're bomb. They're fucking bomb. I like dramatic eyelashes, so these are the ones that I use. I'm gonna go ahead and pop those on. Oh, yes, it's giving. It's giving, and I love it. I'm here for it. So press them on again. Probably just make sure it's dried and stuck on there like so. Once we have done that, I go back in with my mascara, the one that I originally used, the Essence one, back onto my bottom eyelashes, and I like to retouch them because I like for them to the dramaticness to match the top of it. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, this is what I look like now. This is what the eyes look like. This is what the eyeliner looks like and all that. So this is what our face is currently looking like. We're getting somewhere. We're actually almost done. So now I like to go into my bronzer. For bronzer, I use this Morphe. You can't tell because it faded off, but it's Morphe in the color Megastar. You could probably read that. Probably not because it's all makeup and scratched up. But it's in the color Megastar. Anyways, I grab that. It looks like this. It's like an orangey undertone. Really nice. This is how I like it. I'm gonna grab a brush. I think this is like an e.l.f. brush, just like a regular e.l.f. brush. I use this for my bronzer, so tap, tap, tap. Get excess product off, and I start by applying on my forehead and my temples. So I gotta use this mirror. I'm also a huge bronze queen. I love bronzer. I live for bronzer. I'm not much of a blush girl, more so because of my skin tone. I feel like if I apply it, it just makes me look like a clown. So I don't really like blush, but I do love bronze. So I love bronzer. So I apply as much as I possibly can. So just apply on your forehead and temples like so. Make sure you're blending out as you do it. I can't. Forehead and temples like so. We got some color going on. Next, I apply to my my cheekbone. So this is where I do the fishy face again. And I'm going to apply on that part of my face, same thing on that side. So I'm gonna speed this up so we don't stay here for too long. Like so. I don't know if you can see where I applied it. And like I said, I don't do contour, but this is my fake contouring with the bronzer. So this is how this is just how I do it. And we do the same exact thing to the other side. Okay, now that we've applied to both sides, I think I applied it evenly to both sides. Again, like I always say, do not forget your neck, because our necks are, oh, let me fix that. Like I said before, do not forget about your necks, because our necks are a part of our face and we don't want to look like two different colors, so make sure we're also applying to our face. So what I like to do for this is I grab a little bit from my brush and I go like along my jawline just to kind of chisel that jawline and then bring it down to my neck, because it's getting like an illusion to a really like, you know, for those who like a really sharp jawline. I'm one of those. I refuse to get like fillers. Anyways, so grab a little bit. I look up while I do this so it stretches like my skin, so I'm not going like on my face, because it's supposed to go right on your jawline, like you're literally outlining it. Same thing to other side. Like so. And you're re-outlining your jawline like that. And then what I like to do is grab a little bit more. You're gonna bring it down like that, and I add a little bit extra on my chin because it gives it that shadow to really give you that sharp jawline. So it's just adding a shadow, give it like an illusion, go over. I'm going to just sit on your jawline, not like I said, bring it down to your back like so. And our jawline is chiseled. Put that brush back, and then I brought an even smaller brush. So now we're gonna snatch our nose. So I grab a brush like this little, I think this is, I don't know what kind of brush this is, but it's just a little brush like this. I grab this kind of brush and we're gonna do our nose. So I grab a little bit on my, go off excess brush, and I start with like the tip of my nose. I do like a little V, a little V on your nose on the bottom. So just a little V, a little bit too much. It's just to give it that definition that we want, like so. Then we're gonna bring it up from here all the way up until like right there to blend it out, up until like the corner of your eye to blend it out, so it's not like a really harsh, sharp line. So yeah. From here. There we are. I don't know if you can tell, but there it is, snatched up. We're gonna go ahead and put this brush away. Now we are on to our baking step. I'm gonna go back in with my loose powder that I originally used, the 115 one, the CoverGirl. Yeah. Loosely take off the cap again. Flip it over. Tap, 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 so that you can get some product into the cap. Like so. You should have the product like that. And then go back in with our beauty blender that we haven't seen in a while now. Go back in with the flat end. You're gonna kind of dab it into your powder, like just like the ends of it, like the end of the beauty blender, like that, because we're gonna apply it onto our nose, onto like the sides of our nose, to really define and snatch that nose. So let me go ahead and do this. Like so. That's one side. You're gonna do the same exact thing to this side. Obviously it does not have to be neat, just try to get it onto that bronzing line as close as possible, because it is baking, so it's going to define that a lot more, which is what we want, because we want to really snatch the nose. Like so. Now I have both sides of my nose padded, and we're going to do the same thing down the middle of our nose. Again, doesn't really have to be deep, just as long as you get some in there. Like so. Now we look like this, kind of like a Rudolph. Now we're also gonna bake our cheeks from where, like underneath our bronzer where we applied. So you're gonna grab a little bit more on the same flat end brush, like so. you gotta do the fishy face so that you know where to apply. And the way I apply it, instead of like a straight line, it's gonna be like a straight and a curve down, like straight and curve down. So it should look like that. So I'll show you. Like so. You see that? So that's how we're applying it. Do the same exact thing to the other side. Okay, now that we're back, now that we have our face baked, we have our cheeks and our nose. What I like to do is, obviously, I kind of, the excess product that's on my beauty blender, the flat end, I kind of just rub it onto my hand, or you can, whatever, do it on your neck or your face, wherever you need to. The reason I do this is because then what I like to do while this is baking is I kind of go in like on my cheeks, on the top of my cheeks where I had applied the bronzer under my eyes and whatnot, and just used to kind of blend in the bronzer with the brightness that I added underneath my eye, so that they're not harsh lines, but it's nicely blended together. So I kind of just blend it like so. There's no product, it's literally just the flat end of the beauty blender. Just blend, blend, blend. Just so it gives it, I kind of do it on my forehead too, just because I applied bronzer there too, so there's no like harsh lines, but it's all just nicely, very nice blended, like so. Same thing on my chin. Basically kind of everywhere I added the concealer, and where bronzer was kind of added, so it's not like a harsh line, but really nicely blended. Like so. Go ahead and put my loose powder away in my beauty blender, and then what I'm going, actually, that's a lie, before I do that, while I'm still baking, I like to get the makeup product that I have on my lips off. So I go with this like St. Ives lip scrub. It looks like this. Get it from like Target. Put it up, looks like this. Grab a little bit on your hand, don't need, or on your finger, not too much, and now just apply it to your lips to really scrub. Looks funny. But yeah, once I have it, I kind of grab like a towel or like napkin. I don't have a napkin near me, so I'm just grabbing my towel. Grab some sun and just start wiping off the lip scrub and obviously the makeup that it comes off, that scrubbing off, and the dead skin that just comes off. And it goes back to your natural lip color. It looks fuller because I just lip scrubbed. Like so. Now we look like this. Lips have no makeup on it, and this is what we look like now. Now what I'm going to grab is this like loose powder brush. It's by e.l.f. It looks like this, a little tiny one. This is when we're gonna start blending in what we baked. So I start with my cheeks, and I kind of brush like downward. And I make the fishy face once again. We are all finished baking, and this is what the final makeup look looks like. Sometimes I do like to go in a little bit without adding any extra product with my bronzer brush and just go over that jawline that we did without adding any product, just from the product that's already on the brush from the excess. Going in with that same product like so. So yeah, this is our finished makeup look. I know the lighting is pretty off. I'm gonna try to show you guys and like turn it this way where the light's actually coming in from, so you guys can see what it looks like. But after I'm done, obviously guys, what's the word? I just forgot the word. Gotta set your face. You obviously want to set your makeup so that it lasts you all day. It doesn't move. So I use this Urban Decay Oil Control makeup setting spray. It looks like this. Get it from Ulta. Spray your face away. not supposed to like add that many sprays, but I do. That's just my preference, so I'm gonna do that. Dry, dry, dry. Let me see if I can give you guys a closer look. So what makeup looks like with the light coming in from this way, but this is what the finished look looks like. So I switched the angle of the camera so that you guys can see what the makeup looks like with a different kind of lighting, with the natural light coming in from this way. So this is what the finished makeup look looks like. It's very cute, and this is just what I do on, not on an everyday basis, but when I do want to do like a full out makeup look, this is what it looks like. So right now I'm gonna just go ahead and like finish doing my hair and get into an actual outfit, and the whole look will be put together. But yeah, this is the finished makeup look. I really hope that you guys enjoy it and hopefully help some of you guys out. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. I'll make sure to link that down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see more of, and thank you guys for watching.